Hi guys, hit Libra Newman playlist and join me on the mat. This is a free flow, so there's no real rhyme, no reason to it. I've got a lot of tension in my neck, so I'm going to spend the first few moments sorting that out. So take this space yourself to close the eyes, to soften in, and let your breath guide you to where you're holding tension. It's in my right shoulder so bad. Start to sway from side to side. If you need to clear the throat, do so. It's just releasing stagnant shit from the chakra. Bring both hands behind you, widen the collarbones, draw the shoulder blades together and down the spine, and then on an exhale, bring the chin to chest. Take the left hand and cross it over the right knee. Draw the belly in, lengthen through the crown, and gaze over the shoulder. Move into your edge, breathe there. Make sure you can still move, you're not stuck. Take the right arm over to the left leg, palm open, facing away, so you're not tempted to pull, force. Always move the parts of the body that you need to. On a breath, take the right hand behind the sits bone. On an inhale, big breath in, press the chest forward, draw the shoulder blades together and down the spine, draw the belly in, open the throat, widen the collarbones, lift the heart. Breathe here. Press the chest forward, take the right arm to the left leg, right arm back on the exhale. Left hand, right knee. Little micro movements that feel good as you take the right hand across the left leg again and bring the chin into the chest, and then wrap the arms around yourself and give yourself a squeeze, a hug. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. If that doesn't feel good, soften in. Where have you got the tension? Bringing both hands on top of the shoulders, elbows in line with the underarms. You can take little mini Kundalini boat rows. Holly, Emma, if you're watching this, lol. Elbows come to the lap, chin comes to the chest. Rise up on the in-breath. Again, little sways. Taking the left hand to the shoulder and the right hand to the head, the temple. Gently lengthen into the neck, the top of the back. And then do the same on the other side. Left hand grabs the temple, right hand presses the shoulder in slightly and down. You can walk the hands up the back of the neck. And then I like to colourfully refer to this as wipeout bake. Clockwise, anti-clockwise circles with the jaw. And allow both hands to rest on the lap. Find your rhythm of breath. Following all the way in and all the way out. Taking the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly. Hold space for your intention. Whatever it may be, let it align with your authentic truth. Hold focus for what you hold dear. Take a breath on it. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Take the hands to prayer and start to rub them together quite vigorously, building heat. When you feel sufficient energy between the palms of the hands, take them to the eyes. Big breath in, inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. Then make your way to your back. Bend the elbows, keep the back on the mat, and just gently bring both knees over to the left, over to the right, adding in any little mini circles along the way. And then we'll come to bridge. Place both heels near the sits bones. Inhale, lift the hips to the sky. The arms can be in support of you, or you can explore different little crevices. Interlacing the fingers, drawing the hands towards the heels, or maybe taking a supported version, looping the thumbs along the waistband. Bring the spine back down on an exhale and hug the knees in towards the chest. Hold on to the inside arches of the feet, lengthening the tailbone. Come to happy baby, drawing the knees to the armpit. And really sway from side to side. Press into the low back. Keep your focus, your awareness there. Use the core so you have control of the movements. Roll around like a happy little babe. And come to plow, shoulder stand, whatever one feels good. And then from there, rock and roll to boat. Once in boat, pick your preferred method. Reach the arms up overhead, pressing the chest towards the tops of the knees, bringing the heels in line with the shins. Bring the hands to the small of the back, or let the hands rest either side of the hips. Draw the belly in, keep lifting the heart. And then slowly make your way back down to the ground. Draw the knees in, then plant the feet flat on the mat. Take bridge once more, or if you like playing around with wheel pose, you can come into wheel or bridge. Breathe into the edges of the posture and then come out of it with control. Feel the spine come down onto the mat and then hug the knees into the chest. Rock and roll. Rock and roll and make your way to tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips. Inviting yourself into cat-cow. Making any little micro movements that are necessary. Child's pose, lengthening the tailbone towards the heels. Coming forward again once more, table. Your call. I like to tuck the toes and lift the shins off the mat, really wiggling the bum back in. You can come to toe stand at the back of your mat if, like me, you enjoy that. If that's not for you, just stay in table, playing with cat-cow. And then everybody come onto their knees, pressing the hips forward, leaning the heart back. Play with camel. When you're rising chest first. Taking the left hand, reaching it to the right heel. Then coming up through center, right hand reaches towards the left heel. Keep pressing the hips forward, opening the front of the body. Hands come behind the back. Draw the elbows towards each other. And then sink the sit bones towards the heels. Bringing the forehead to the mat. Your call. Come to child's pose seat. Or bring the sit bones in between the feet. Press the hips forward, open up the heart. Lift the chest to the sky. Rise up. Come to tabletop once more. Exhale, side back, down dog. Have a wiggle wiggle. Press the belly to the tops of the thigh. Melt the heart in between the arms. Chinese burn the arms. Get strong. Draw the shoulder blades away from each other, away from the ears. And then sink to tabletop. Right leg rises. Encourage the heel to be in line with the hip. The left hand reaches forward. And as you exhale, drawing the heel to the bum, elbow comes to knee. Inhale, reach out long. And swoop that left hand behind you. Grab a hold of the inside arch of the foot, hugging the knee in line with the hip. Straighten in, lift the heart. Breathe here. Let it go on an exhale. Knee comes to navel, plant the foot in between the hands, and on an inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, sinks the hips forward. Open up the heart. Keep sinking. Then draw the hands to the inside arch of the foot, keeping the knees super tight in line with the shoulder. Tuck the toe and lift the knee. You're in a lizard lunge. By a little sway from side to side, you can reach that grounded hand towards the back foot. And then tipping the pelvic bowl further towards the belly button, you can maybe sink that right forearm down to the ground, bringing the left forearm with it. If that's not for you, stay up high, wrists underneath the shoulders. If you're pretty comfy here, you can pancake the arm underneath the knee, bringing the forearm back down to the earth, but on the outside this time. You can reach the hand underneath the sit bone towards the bent back foot. Again, you're just looking where there's space to move. What's going to help release your tension? Maybe lifting that front leg to straight will feel good. I swiftly decided that it did not. Oh, this is so weird being back here again, guys, but sure. All right, let's make our way to wide-legged forward fold. Tuck your toe, lift your knee, bend into the area that you need to as you're walking your way hand over hand to the very back of your mat. Come into a lizard lunge. Keep the hips in the same line. Bring the forearms down to the earth if it feels good. Reach back with the left hand, perhaps. Coming onto the forearms. How does it feel in the back? Be honest. If it's not good, don't do it. Stay here. Rise up. Tuck the toe. Lift the knee. Walking your way back the way you came. All the way to the front of the mat. Release the back knee down. Step it back to table. Take a little cat-cow. Make sure you're not holding any residual shit. And then the left leg rises. Right hand rises. Exhale. To coil. Inhale, donkey kick that leg back up. Swoop the hand behind you. Press the foot into the hand. Draw the hand back into the foot. Lift. Exhale, knee comes to navel. Foot plants in between the hands. Inhale, rise. Sink the hips. Let the knee naturally come over the ankle. Collarbones wide. Tilt the pelvic bowl towards you. Reach that left hand back towards the grounded foot. And then hips draw towards the belly as you sink the forearms to the ground. If that left arm doesn't comfortably come to the inside arch of the foot, don't sink so low. Keep the shoulder tight in with the knee. Maybe draw the sitting bones back. Give yourself a bit of a stretch. No two sides have to look exactly the same. For those of you that want to, you're wiggling that knee as high up the shoulder as you can. Maybe bending the right foot towards the glute and reaching underneath the sit bones with the left arm. Let the crown of the head fall towards the earth. I say fall. I mean with control. Draw the sitting bones back. Coming through gate pose, see if this transition works better for you. And then making your way to the very back of your mat. You're in that lizard lunge once more. Keep lifting the knee high up the arm. A little sway. And then bring the right forearm to the ground. Then the left. If it doesn't feel good in the back, don't do it. Sink the hips forward. Where can you breathe? Use the core, walk your way back through a wide-legged forward fold. Make your way, release the knee. Left leg sends it back, tabletop, sink to child's pose. Exhale. Reach that left arm underneath the right, draw the right ribs back. And switch sides. Left ribs draw towards the sky. Coming through child's pose, walk out forward onto the forearms. And just give the hips, the low back, a little bit of a wiggle, rising up onto the knees, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Sink the hips forward and back. And then coming through table, find your way to down dog. And then take it to side plank on the left side, keeping the left hip high. Bring the right knee, bend it, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Come onto the forearm if it serves you better, but take the back right foot forward. Rising up into lunge, left hand reaches to the sky. Bend the back knee if it serves you. Open up the heart. You just breathe here. Spring forward in your own time, warrior 3. Hands can be to the earth. For a more grounded variation. We'll step it back, down dog, exhale. Inhale, left leg rises, step it forward. Inhale, high lunge. Stay in your lunge while I fuck about with the music. Left arm reaches up to the sky, right hand reaches behind you. Keep breathing. Right, let's take you out of that lunge. Warrior 3, inhale. Exhale, step it back, down dog. Roll over to the right side, keep the right hips high, shoulders stacked, big breath in. Left knee bends towards the left elbow, inhale, reach out. Exhale, coil it in. Step it forward, rising up into lunge. Left arm comes to the small of the back, right hand reaches behind you, widen the armpit. And then sink it forward, bringing both hands to the inside arch of the foot and stepping it back, down dog. Right foot steps forward, inhale, high lunge. Look for space, move into it. Let the inhale create the space. Exhale, settles you into it. Warrior 2, ground the back foot, 45 degree. Keep the heart open, shoulder blades down the back. As you transition, right hand reaches behind you, left arm comes to the small of the back, and then allow on the exhale the right arm to come to the front of the thigh. Sink the hips. Draw the ribs back. Rise up in your own time, high lunge, your breath. You can sink to the earth, you can stay up higher, it's up to you. And then transition your way back to side plank, inhale. Over on the other side, right side, left foot steps forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Don't settle. Feel like you're even as you reach the right arm behind the small of the back and the left arm reaches up and overhead. And on an exhale, that left forearm comes to the thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Keep the top ribs drawn back. Belly draws in. Exhale, warrior 2. Both hands come to the frame, the foot. Transition, step it back, side plank. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Take a breath in, transition, align. Yeah, and then for some reason I thought it'd be a great idea just to hang out in high plank. Draw the hips to the belly, knit the outer ribs in, widen the collarbones, Chinese burn the arms. And then if it feels a little too much, come onto the forearms. Stack the ankles over the toes, feel like you're pressing back through the heels. And then bring the feet hip distance apart and start to take them into dips. As much of the core is engaged. And then right knee comes to the right elbow, left knee comes to the left elbow. And just keep going with that, using your breath. Exhale to step it back. Inhale to lift you high. Builds heat. Take it into dips, mix it up. You can stay here the whole time in stillness. Then walk back up, high plank. Step the right foot forward, step the left foot forward, and sink into a squat. Bring the arms inside the legs, keep the heart high. Allow the sit bones to come to the earth. You're in boat once more, and just let it all go on the mat. Hug the knees in, and make your way into a Savasana, taking any residual stretch that you may need. Let yourself weight to the mat on an exhale.